Now it's 7 o'clock. Please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. Most of you are already standing. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. And as customary, we'd like to have a moment of silence, please. Thank you very much. I need to announce that this meeting is being recorded and televised by WHCA cable system. I need a motion. Let me just do this here. I need a motion to approve the bill and payroll warrants.
So moved.
Is there a second?
Yes, second.
Any questions? All in favor? Aye. I need a motion to accept the correspondence in the refile. Do I have a motion?
So moved. Second.
Any questions? All in favor? Aye. Thank you. Now the nice part. The Board of Selectmen have put together a proclamation. We've all signed it. And I'd like to read it before the chief gets up and reads his. You want? I'll do mine first. Okay, citation. Whereas on Sunday, April 13, 2025, Lieutenant Brian Tuffrey was off duty and traveling on Route 24 in Raynham, Massachusetts, when he saw smoke in the distance on the opposite side of the highway. And whereas as he drove and got closer, Lieutenant Brian Tuffrey realized the smoke was from a heavy damaged vehicle that had caught fire and was stuck in a ravine with a woman trapped inside, causing him to pull over in the exit his own vehicle and make his way across both highways. Whereas after trying unsuccessfully to completely break the windows, Lieutenant Brian Tuffrey was able to open the vehicle enough to pull a woman out, and with the help of another good Samaritan, was able to move the woman about 30 feet away from the fire before he returned to his vehicle. See if anyone, and then went back to see if there was anyone else inside. And whereas Lieutenant Brian Tuffrey acted heroically and selflessness through his exceptional and commendable actions, and he has either has earned the admiration and the respect of not only his colleagues on the Whitman Fire Department, but other town officials and the residents as well. And whereas the Board of Selectmen recognizes the extraordinary and heroic actions of Lieutenant Brian Tuffrey, commends him for his bravery, expressions and heartfelt gratitude to him. Whereas hereupon set our hand on the town seal the 29th day of April 2025. It's signed Kyle Kowalski, Chairman, Dan Salvucci, Vice Chair, Justin Evans, Clerk, Sean Kane, Member, and Laura Howe, Member. Would you like? Come on up. Who wants to come up and get it? Come on up. Hey. Michael said he wished he could be here, but he can't. Hi, White. By the way, Brian, he is acting lieutenant now and he made it.
Is he really?
Yeah.
Oh, good for him.
Yeah.
He should say it.
Yeah. Okay, Chief, you're up.
You stole most of it, but just a recognition of this. On the 13th, Brian was going down Route 24 when he came across that accident, heavily damaged. Without a concern, without any hesitation, he went across the highway. As Dan said, tried to get into that vehicle, was able to pry open the door, and with another good Samaritan was able to get that victim out of the house, out of the vehicle, with the fire coming from the engine compartment into the passenger area. There's no two ways about it. As it was stated by Raynham Fire Chief Brian Lasivita, he said, their actions certainly made a difference and may very well have saved a life. I will take that a step farther, and their actions did save a life. This is a prime example of how the members of Whitman Fire Rescue committed to aiding the public, whether they are on duty or off duty at any given time. And I'm very proud of Brian's action that day. I've taken it a step farther. I've recommended Brian to the Department of Fire Services and the Firefighter of the Year Awards. I've nominated Brian for the Firefighter of the Year Award due to his bravery and heroism on the highway that day. We also have another citation. Where is he? There he is. I believe Representative Sullivan couldn't be here tonight. She forwarded it to Scott, if Scott wants to come up and read his citation from Representative Sullivan.
Thank you all for allowing us to come tonight. On behalf of the members of Local 1769, I just want to congratulate Brian on his heroic and selfless act that morning. Anyone old enough in this room know what the video game Frogger is? We do have video of him running across 4 lanes of highway, dodging several cars, and then saving a life, which is very heroic. So tonight I'm also here to, on behalf of Allison Sullivan Almeida, with a citation. As everybody knows, she's at the White State House. It's budget week, so they're there for 16, 17 hours a day for the week. So on Allison's behalf, the Commonwealth of Massachusetts, the House of Representatives, be it hereby known to all that the Massachusetts House of Representatives offers its sincerest congratulations to Lieutenant Brian Treffery in recognition of the heroic measures you perform while off duty in saving the life of a woman from a burning motor vehicle. The entire membership extends its very best wishes and expresses the hope for future good fortune and continued success in all endeavors. Given this 29th day of April 2025 at the State House, Boston, Massachusetts, by Ronald Mariano, Speaker of the House, Allison Sullivan Almeida, State Representative. Congratulations.
Thank you.
We all set? We're going to continue with our meeting. You don't all have to be here if you don't want to, if you got other plans. You going to stay? Right, absolutely.
Thank you. Thank you. Baby cute.
Well, when Michael got the Medal of Valor, right, he brought his kids and everything there. Yeah?
Absolutely. It's a big deal.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Clear out of room.
Huh?
Clear out of room.
Fredberg's getting young. I don't know. Two
Okay.
guys in the back. Just time? Yeah.
Next on the agenda is Chairman's Report, and I have nothing, but I do want to commend the Brian for what he did personally, because my son's a firefighter, paramedic, Natick, and it seems like their work is never done whether they're on duty or off duty. That being said, new business. Act on the request of the Whitman Cultural Council for the use of the Town Hall Auditorium as an alternate location for the summer concerts in the event of inclement weather. Do I hear a motion?
So moved.
A second.
Second.
Any discussion on that? Feelings about it? Okay, we usually do that normally. Okay, all in favor? Aye. Act on the request of the Whitman Veterans Council to hold the 157th Memorial Day Parade on Monday, May 26, 2025. There your motion.
So moved.
Second?
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor? Aye. Act on the request of Mary Joyce on behalf of the Historical Commission to appoint Stephen, or is that Stephen? Stephen, whatever.
Stephen Lanza.
Huh?
Stephen, I believe.
Yeah, whatever, Lanza, to the position of member for the remaining of the 3-year term through June 30th, 2026, in order to fill a vacancy. Do I hear a motion?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
Any discussion? No, all in favor? Aye. Budget update. We got a budget update? Sean, you got anything?
Sure. Well, we recently had the second
override forum at the Council on Aging, the Senior Center, and I would definitely say it was effective. It was difficult. Some of the feedback that we got was really heart-wrenching. You know, some people on fixed incomes that were giving honest feedback and saying it's going to be really difficult. And I think it was really necessary for us to hear that. It was respectful. I think a lot of people asked questions, like thoughtful questions, and we had some good discussion. You know, I think the forum, it was really well attended. A lot of department heads were there. I'm really happy that we did it there. I think it was effective for a number of reasons, although it was difficult. We'll have the third override forum on Thursday at 6 o'clock here at the town hall. I hope it's well attended. We plan on giving we're just talking about it, giving a similar presentation, but maybe adding some more detail, hoping that people will show up and ask some questions.
Good.
I think it's definitely serving its purpose. So,
Okay, thank you, Sean. Yes.
we didn't say public.
No, we didn't.
Yeah, there was no public.
Bob Kimball, Auburndale Way. Is there a backup plan if we have a problem getting the budget through the town meeting? And I just want to make sure everybody's online, so if there is a problem, that we're prepared for it. Thank you.
Do you want to talk through, the sort of what we're taking out of order and what the process is?
And
Give me a
I
good time to-
don't have, the budget document with me at the moment. However, the plan is, and I will outline everything at the start of the meeting. We will begin the meeting, of course, with Article 1, and then from there, we take the prior year articles. Those are the articles P2 through P7, our prior year articles. From there, I will make a motion to take Article 8 out of order, and that is the override article. We'll take that out of order. If that fails, then I would make a motion to hold on Article 2, and yet, while we have a quorum there and hopefully a good crowd, still act on all the non-monetary articles so that we can get a lot of business still done that evening. If the article passes, Article 8 passes, then I would make a motion to take two articles. I believe they're Article 18 and 19, not too sure, but they're two articles that are using free cash towards the Article 2 budget. So in the revenue built into the budget, we have two articles. One is using $200,000 of free cash to go towards the Plymouth County pension liability, which is over $3,500,000. And the other article is for $140,000 from free cash to use that towards our OPEB liability that we have been funding for the past several years. We've used the meals tax for that, but this year we did not. The meals tax went into the total revenue. So we're using free cash for those two items only. And the reason for that is for the Plymouth County retirement. We see that coming to an end in 2031 approximately. And then for the OPEB, that's a liability that we need to fund every year, and our rating agencies look at that. So free cash, that makes sense. We also adopted a policy, the board voted a policy on free cash, because free cash is to be used for one-time expenditures, mainly capital items. That's what the town uses. And we want to make sure that we use our free cash other than for the two reasons. The free cash policy was stated that we would take 10% of our free cash to put into the capital stabilization fund for our big capital items. The fire chief needs a fire engine. The town needs a new financial software. Those are all big ticket items that we need to put money away each year in order to afford those. And then also in the policy for free cash, we have one other item to take another 10% of the balance and put it in our general stabilization fund. Those are all good fiscal policies, and we want to start this and stick with it every year. So basically, if the article fails on the town meeting floor, we will get through, hopefully, a lot of business before we adjourn to another evening. And then we'll reassess, because the district's budget would have then failed if it didn't pass the article, or if it does and fails at the ballot, it goes back to the district, and they have so many days, I believe it's 30 days, to certify an assessment. It can be the same assessment, a lower assessment, a higher assessment, and then we have 45 days from there to hold another town meeting. So there is a plan, and I will map it out at the beginning of the town meeting.
Thank you.
Okay?
You're welcome.
Does that answer your question? Okay. More on your chairman's report? I mean, on your report, your budget, town administrator's report?
Yes. The only thing I want to mention is that there will be a food drive on Saturday, May 10th. They're asking that you leave your non-perishable food donations at your mailbox by 9 a.m. The food will be collected by Girl Scouts, letter carriers, and food pantry volunteers. So this is for the May 10th. It's put on by the USPS NALC food drive that benefits the Whitman Food Pantry. And the food pantry is asking that we do what we've done in the past. They will be posting yard signs around town on the town property to advertise the food drive. We will post the food drive on the digital sign out front of Town Hall, and we will do a reverse 911 call to the town residents on Thursday or Friday before the food drive to remind them. So
That sign that's at the library, is that, we can do the same thing with that one if we want? You might want to call the library and see if they want to put,
we could see.
Yeah.
David is usually the director, always running something on there,
Yeah,
but I could
so-
check on that, certainly.
yeah, I mean, the more, the more advertisement, the better. I mean, it's something that's needed.
It's a great event.
Yeah.
That's
Okay,
it.
that's it? Okay, we need to go into executive session pursuant to Mass General Law C3A and 21A2 to conduct collective bargaining sessions with the Whitman Firefighters Union, Local 1769. And then an executive session pursuant to Mass General Law 30A, 21A3 to discuss strategy with respect to collective bargaining with the Whitman Firefighters Union 1769 if an open meeting may have a detrimental effect on the bargaining position of the public body, the chair so declares. And then we need to go into another executive session pursuant to Mass General Law 30A 21A3 to discuss strategy with respect to collective bargaining with the Whitman Town Hall Employee Union, OPEIU, Local 6, if an open meeting may have a detrimental effect on the bargaining position of the public body, the chair so declares. And we will be coming into open session to vote on an MOU with the Whitman Town Hall Employees Union, OPEIU, Local 6. So I have a motion to go into executive session.
So moved.
Or a second?
Second.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Okay, we're in executive session. Okay, we're now into open session and back in open session. And what I need is a motion to vote on the MOU with Whitman Town Hall Employee Union, OPEIU, Local 6. Do I hear a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. There you go. That's it. That ends the meeting. I need a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
For a second?
Second.
All in favor? Aye. We are done.